Turning off the music is not a good idea. Oh my goodness, turning off the music's a bad idea. You gotta listen to that now. Max speed. Enjoy the brrr. Oh lord, who made the sound effects for this game? Who made this game? Actually, I didn't know the answer to that. This is Ocean EA software. Oh, thank you for the weapon, Akira. My own beaten stick now. I knew that little ramp was coming too. I was like, yeah, here it comes. Because it always seems that while I'm turning, a ramp will happen. Oh, horse shit. There you go, Biff. You wanna fuck with me some more, dumbass? Bet you feel stupid. Ha! I just knocked you out with the weapon I stole from you, Akira. You dumb motherfucker. That's so bullshit, dude. I hit that ramp. I wasn't even holding A anymore. Right after I hit that ramp, I stopped holding down A and I was holding right, and I still couldn't make that fucking turn. Because there is no brakes in this game. I don't know why they decided to make a racing game and not give you the option of being able to brake. But because I couldn't brake and I hit that ramp, I couldn't slow down enough to not hit that fucking telephone pole. That's the reason why I'm stuck. Like, I've been stuck on these two races forever now, because I keep getting like a good distance into the race, and then close to the end, I'll just hit like a little ramp and then hit something and shit will pass me. Because you can't tell when you're going to ramp, so you just randomly do it out of nowhere, and then you have no way to slow down enough to avoid hitting something after you ramp. Like, you just have to know the ramp is there, or just be going slow enough before you hit the ramp, which just defeats the entire purpose of a racing game, to purposely be going slow. So like, right there, I purposely slowed down. Every single time I'm doing a turn now, I'm scared to be going at a decent speed, because I think I'm just going to hit a fucking ramp and just go flying all the way across the road and hit something. Which is just dumb, because it's super easy to control the turns and whatnot, but you're just scared to take them at a fast speed, because you're just like, I'm going to hit a fucking ramp. Like that. It's dumb that I bought this bike that goes 180 miles per hour, and I'm scared to actually drive it at 180 miles per hour, because the game just really likes fucking you over. Well, whatever, there's finally this race done. Now I got one more 12-mile race, and then 5 15-mile races. Thank God for that. I need to turn the music back on. 12.4 miles. Oh, I didn't steal Viper's weapon. Slow down, slow down. Jesus, dude. That's so fucking dumb. I'm terrified I can't slow down quick enough to not hit something. And it kills me because, like, the down button on the D-pad, there's no input there. Like, it doesn't do anything. Down, up, neither one of those do anything. Select doesn't do anything. Well, actually, select changes your HP bar. Like, if I hit select, instead of it saying my name, it'll show my bike's health. Which I really don't understand the point of. But that's what select does. Literally, any of those 3 buttons I just mentioned, up, down, or select, would have been an okay brake button. Literally anything would have been an okay brake button, as long as you just had a brake. Because right there, I just hit that fucking tree because I let go of A, but I just couldn't slow down enough. Get ran over, bitch. I couldn't slow down enough to avoid hitting the thing. Which is just such a really, just a very shitty game mechanic, like. It becomes a thing where you have to memorize the entire course, or just take every single fucking turn slow. So right as you see a turn, you instantly let go of the A button and start turning. Like, you never take a turn at max speed, because you can't slow down enough if you hit like a bump. Or if you take the turn just a little wide, there's a chance you can't slow down enough to fucking make the entire turn. It really kills me too, because I love Road Rash on the Nintendo 64. Probably one of my favorite games of all time. It's just a really fun fucking goofy game. And this game is just Not even close to that. It's a very, very, very shitty game. They made it needlessly long. And they made it... like I said, you get... I bought the best bike. That's the only bike upgrade I've done. Went straight from the starter bike to the best bike. And it's just done though because it gets to a point where you don't want to actually drive at the fastest speed, which kind of defeats the entire purpose of playing like a racing game in my opinion. I mean, I can understand a little bit more if I had a braking system. Then yeah, I mean, obviously I shouldn't be always max speed. But since there's no brakes in the game, I feel like I should be able to constantly be driving at max speed, but you just don't want to. Because there's no indication you're going to hit like a little bump and go flying across the road. I mean, my biggest complaint with the game is hands down the fact that they just made it needlessly long. I actually did the math on it the other day. It's 5 races per level. There's 5 levels. It starts off at 5 miles, then it goes to 7, then 9, then 12, then 15. Now, if you don't go with the point, because like this one's like 12.4, so if you don't add up the decimals, just go with the flat numbers, that's a ton of miles. Level 1's 25 miles, level 2 is 35 miles, level 3 is 45 miles, level 4, which I'm on now, is 60 miles, and level 5 is 75 miles. Which wouldn't be that bad if the miles per hour thing was actually correct, because I did the math on that yesterday, and it's not even close to accurate. Because it takes about 20 minutes per race, going at around 180 miles per hour. And I'm only going 12 miles, so... And the bad thing is the races really don't change a whole lot. I mean, they technically are the same 5 areas every single time. But I don't even know if they actually even, like, the areas themselves even change. I'm just saying, like, right here, I can't slow down enough. I let go of A right as I started the turn, I was holding left, I hit that bump, and boom, look at that, screwed. Literally nothing I can do gameplay-wise to avoid that. Other than just know that bump was there. Because when it looks like there might be a bump, half the time, like, nothing really happens, but when it looks like there isn't, there is. Right here, again, I was watching, I was like, didn't really look like there was a bump, but I just go flying up in the air. I think you're probably better off not buying, like, because this is like Diablo 1000 or something like that, which is the 25 grand bike. I think you're better off not buying it. A starter bike that goes 120 miles per hour, that one I'd rather have, probably. I mean, it'd be hard to win the races though, because it'd be going so slow. That one, or like a mid-range bike, but with a lot better handling, so I can just, right as I see a turn, I can instantly start making the turn. And since you'd be going slower, it'd be a lot harder for you to hit like a bump and go flying into the fucking, to a tree or something. It's weird because I said this is the, you know, the most expensive bike, the best quote-unquote bike, because I don't know if it actually is or not. I'm just going based off price, but I feel like the game's just not designed for you to actually be using this bike. I think probably the best strategy for this game is to get into first and then just kind of keep tapping A. I'm just staying around like 150, 160. Because right there, if I was going max speed, no way in hell I could have stopped that. Because right as I see that turn, I let go of A, and then I start holding right. You hit that bump and boom, you're right into that fucking telephone pole. Just, you can't stop it. Again, it'd be different if, like, you could actually see the bump, like, if the game actually said, hey, here's a fucking bump. Then you could have, like, more time to prepare for it, but you don't even know it's there. Hey, there we go. Now, 75 miles left to go. It's weird though because, like, the difficulty, I assume, goes up every single time you go into, like, the next area. It just doesn't feel like it does, though. I feel like their bikes might get slightly faster because I was using the starter bike, which is 120 miles per hour max speed, and I easily won every single race until I got to 12 miles, and then I just couldn't win anything with it, and that's why I upgraded. But so I mean, obviously they get faster, but it seems like they just barely get faster. So I think you could probably beat this entire game with the 120, the starter bike. You would just have to drive really well, like pretty much no wrecks, and you could probably beat the game. So I'm saying, like, you really don't need this bike. If anything, I think the bike just makes this game a hell of a lot harder because it's a lot easier for you to just be going 180 miles per hour, hit a fucking bump on a turn, and you're screwed. This game wouldn't be nearly as bad. I mean, it's pretty bad, but it wouldn't be as bad if there was just a braking system. That's all I really want in this game. I just want to be able to fucking, oh hey, here's a turn. Mash the brakes and then fucking take the turn really slow. Like I said, I think the weirdest thing is, dude, they could have easily added one in, because the down button wouldn't have been like a perfect button for braking, but it's a free button, not being used. I actually slowed down just to beat the shit out of Chip. That'll just give me a little bit more distance to get in first. I think another big issue with the 180 miles per hour bike is I don't really want to be going that fast. So I'm kind of just having to tap the fucking A button, which is just a really dumb mechanic. Like, instead of just holding A to go as fast as possible and tapping instead because I'm scared of these wild fucking bumps out of nowhere that just throw me into fucking trees. Hey, what's up, Cryark? This music's actually horrible, but I turned the music off, it's even worse. So, the sound effects of this game, it's weird because there's no sound effects for this game other than, like when you hit something, like when I hit somebody with a weapon, there's sound effects, or like, I think when I drive into something, there's sound effects. But there's no, like, bike sound effects. But if you turn off the music, there's bike sound effects. And they're fucking horrible. Because there's a sound effect for speeding up, one for slowing down, and when you're at max speed, It's just wah, and it just does that the entire time you're at max speed. So they really thought the sound effects through when they made this game. So if you hate this music, you are better off just turning the volume down instead of turning off the music. Especially because these races take so fucking long. Slow down, thank you. I still think it's weird. I said, Cryer, I don't think you were here yesterday. So, there's a password system for this game, and there's a bike shop for this game. But it's pretty much hidden from you. I mean, of course I assume it's in the manual, so obviously it wouldn't be hidden if you had the manual. But to get to the password select, like the password screen, and also the name changing screen, because right as you start the game, like, you turn the game on, and it just loads straight up into the 5 first stages. It's just right there instantly. There's no new game or anything like that. It just, hey, here's the 5 stages you need to play. But if you hit select in that screen, it'll give you your password, and it'll allow you to change your name, because your starting name is Player A. Which is just weird, considering the fact, who the fuck is Player B? I feel like the A is unnecessary. But so that's how you get the passwords, by hitting select. And how you get to the bike shop is after you finish a race, there's a screen where it shows everybody's placement and the money they made. If you hit select in that screen, you go to the bike shop. That is the only way you can go to the bike shop. So if you skip that screen, you have to do another race to be able to get to the bike. And that's like the only time you use select in this entire game is in the main menu, and like in the menu and the fucking after race thing. You hit select just to open shit up, and I don't know. Because for the longest time I was building up money. I was like, okay, how do I get a new bike? And then I just randomly decided to hit select. I'm like, ah, there we go. And I waited so long to get a new bike because I just kept on expecting something to happen, and it never did. I went from the starter bike all the way to the max bike. A lot of the games I play, man, would probably be a hell of a lot easier if I read the manual. Because that's one thing that's interesting about older games, is manuals were more of a thing back in the day. So they kind of put necessary game information in the manuals. Whereas nowadays, every game has, you know, a 17-hour long tutorial that you have to go through. Which is always the worst thing too, because you got like the 17-hour long tutorial that's never skippable. Why no fucking programmer ever decides, hey, how about we just put an option in here where they can hit start and just skip the tutorial? Or when it starts, like, hey, you're getting ready to do the tutorial. Would you like to do this? That really kills replayability on some games, in my eyes, when you have to sit through that nonsense. Or unskippable cutscenes, which that was always a big issue. One thing about like Ocarina of Time speedrunning that always amazed me is the fact that you get that long ass intro. Same with like Majora's Mask. They're great games, but fuck that, dude. Oh man, I messed up. Oh, I gotta sit that fucking intro again. Yeah, unskippable cutscenes are just, they should never happen. What the fuck? Where'd you guys come from? I was going apparently too damn slow. Are you kidding me? Just at the end of the race, they passed me. Fuck you. I was slowing down because those cars and these guys just blow past me. Guess what? That's 15 miles I just did for fucking nothing. Yay. Oh, fuck me, dude. I'm so worried about crashing because that's what happened yesterday and I got so pissed off I'd get all the way to the end of a race and crash and people would pass me. So I'm purposely going slow because you never know when a little bump's going to happen. So I'm purposely going slow and fucking these guys just blow right past me. Yeah, absolutely. If it's like some games got the when you go to skip it, you have to like hit, like if you hit start, it'll pop up and say, are you sure you want to skip this? And then you have to hit like A, you know, something like that. So it's like a 2-button combo to skip it, and they're 2 different buttons, so you don't like hit start twice on accident and skip it. That's right there, that's how everything should be. It's skippable, but it's hard to accidentally skip it. Because, I mean, they both suck. It sucks when you're playing a game for the first time and you accidentally skip a cutscene, but it also sucks when you're playing a game for the 50th time and you can't skip a cutscene. And that's what kills me, too, about games that get made. I just sit there and wonder, it's like, do these guys not even play video games? Because I feel like it's a complaint that all these people, like, almost everybody in the gaming community has. I've never heard anybody sit there and say, oh, thank God for unskippable cutscenes. See, right there's the reason why I'm going slow. There's zero fucking indication whatsoever that there's a bump there. So I'm just going 180 miles per hour, start making that turn, hit the bump, boom, all the way across the road into the fucking tree. Yep. Yeah, Cryer, this is the reason why I quit playing yesterday. Because, this game, okay, how this game works, you get there's 5 levels, and there's 5 races per level. They're the exact same, they just get longer. So the first one, like, the first area is 5 miles per race. This one, then the next one's 7, then the next one's 9, then the one I just finished is 12, and now I'm on 15. So I got 75 miles left. 75 miles left to go for level 5. And the miles per hour, because like I'm doing 180, it's not even close to accurate. I figured it out yesterday. It's closer to like half that speed. Because the 12-mile races take about 20 minutes in game time. If you don't get first, you have to redo the race. So that's why I was so pissed off about that last race, because I was in first all the way until like mile 15, and then they blew past me, and so I had to redo that entire race. But the reason I got so pissed off is because I'd get all the way to a race, I'd get all the way to like the end of a race yesterday, and I'd just be crushing it, and then I'd take a turn, and like I said, there's no indication at all that there's a bump, so you'd be taking a turn at 180 miles per hour, hit an invisible bump, and you just go flying all the way across the screen. You'd hit something, because there's no brake in this game. There's no brakes. The only way to slow down is letting go of the accelerator. So I'd get to the end of the race, hit a bump, go flying across, and hit something, and then they passed me right at the very end of the race. That happened like 5 times on one race. and I got pissed off, so I quit playing yesterday. Plus, this game's boring as shit. But that's the reason why I lost last race, because I was going so damn slow, so I didn't hit one of those bumps and accidentally go flying into a fucking tree or a telephone pole. Okay, I have no idea, but you stop at 180 miles per hour on a bike even today, you're going... I'm not saying, like, come to a complete fucking stop. I'm saying, like, it just slows down a little bit. Because, like, okay, even, like, if you look at cars, it's not like they come to a screeching halt right away, you know. Brake pads clamp onto the tires, and that's kind of stops them from spinning a little bit, but they still kind of move. It's not like they lock up. Okay. What the fuck am I playing? Mario Kart? Get hit once and you get hit 75 times more before you start driving. But no, like, I wouldn't really care that there's no braking system if it wasn't for the fact that, like I said, it's these turns that are just complete bullshit. You see a turn, you start making the turn, and then you hit a bump and you just go flying all the way across the screen. And you hit a fucking tree or a telephone pole. Yeah, I know, right? And like right here, I'm not holding A. There, look at that. Because that guy bumped me to the right, I let go of A, and I was holding left the entire time, and I still almost hit this fucking line of trees. That's my big issue with this game, is like, there's nothing you can really do in a lot of situations. You're just fucked. And, you know, with it being Road Rash, you figured combat would be a lot more common, a lot more needed in the game, because I was talking about it yesterday. The only Road Rash game I've ever played was Nintendo 64, and that one's excellent. And the combat in that, I feel, is like really needed, because a lot of the times you got to beat the living shit out of people to be able to get, you know, first place. This one, the combat's not needed at all. It's 100% optional. So it's pretty much just a racing game, and it's a very poor racing game. Must be nice, man, to not have to slow down. Because every time I see a fucking turn, I freak out. I'm like, I'm gonna hit a bump. There's gonna be a bump here. I'm just gonna go flying across the road into a tree. What, Zozo? What's the matter? The dog was beating the hell out of my door. What's the matter, Zozo? As in, that's the thing too, is with the combat being so unneeded in this game, they could have easily made the B button break. Okay, slow down just enough.
Yeah, I mean, they could have done something weird like having the B button. There's a Game Boy Road Rash, yes, and it's horrible. Fucking horrible. And there's the bump. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Fucking... See, what pisses me off, here's why I'm bitching so much. Why this game needs a fucking braking system. I let go of the fucking A button half an hour ago, and I was holding left, and I still hit a fucking goddamn telephone pole. How is that in any fucking sense of the word fair? And now I gotta pretty much hold down the A button the entire time and hope that I don't hit a bump because I only have a mile left to go. And there's another wasted 15 fucking miles, which takes about 25 fucking minutes. I guess more like 20-ish, but whatever. Still, game's bullshit. So fucking dumb, man. I'm gonna go with the Panda 750. I'm gonna go down a bike, see if that helps me. Yeah, some girl, this game is fucking horrible because I quit playing yesterday because I got pissed off because you'll hit bumps, like there's no indication there's a bump there. So you'll just be in the middle of a turn, hit a bump, and you go flying all the way across the fucking screen into a tree or something. And there's no brakes in the game, so you just gotta let go of the A button and hope to God that you slow down enough to not hit a fucking tree or a telephone pole. And if you hit a bump while going max speed, it's always in the middle of a turn, and you just go flying all the way across the fucking screen and hit something. And it takes half an hour for your guy to stop rolling and get back on his bike, so... Even if you drive perfectly from start all the way almost up to finish, if you hit if you do two bad turns in a row, then you're fucking screwed and they'll pass you. Yeah, this one, it's the bumps, that's all it is. Honestly, like, I think it's a very poor game in general, but the bumps really fucking ruin this game, because I just downgraded my bike. I went from the beginner bike to the fastest bike, the best bike, you know, based on price. And I actually just bought another bike because I want to go slower. I'm trying to get a bike that's a little bit slower with better handling because I don't know. I need to find a way to, well, not driving the cars. This game just tilts the fuck out of me because it's just so unbelievably bad. And it doesn't help that the races are just insanely long. So that's what tilts me even more, is like when I make... I'm on 15-mile races now. And the first one I did, I got third because I was going slow to make sure I didn't hit a bump around a corner. And then two people just blew past me. Like right at the 15-mile marker, they blew past me. And I couldn't catch up to them by the time we got to the 15.4 to end the race. And then that last race, I just hit a fucking bump. Like, right as I got into first place, I hit a bump as I was taking a turn. So I flew all the way into a fucking tree. And got knocked down. And there's no way you can get back in time. So, I mean... I don't know. This game's just garbage. And they made it unnecessarily long for some reason. It's 5 stages per level, 5 levels. It goes 5 miles, 7 miles, 9 miles, 12 miles, and I'm currently on 15 miles per race. So 25, 35, 45, 60, and 75 miles. And that's without adding the decimals. Adding the decimals, it's even more. And the problem is the miles per hour isn't even close to accurate. You have to win the race. And that's why I got stuck on the 12-mile races yesterday. Because I had 3 of them first place, and then the other 2 was 4th and 5th. And one race like 4 times in a row I was in first by a huge amount. And then I hit a fucking turn with a bump, flew into a tree. And then they passed me. Like, 4 times in a row it happened. Right at the end, they passed me. Because I hit a tree. I don't know why you had to finish first, but... And that's what sucks, too. So, I've done 2 races already in the 15-mile. And neither one of them I got first place. And it takes about 20 minutes per race. Dude, come on. So, you just burn a bunch of time for no reason. I mean, it's no big deal I wrecked here. I still have fucking 9 point something miles. It's annoying, but whatever. It'd be nice if it was just finished, because I know Road Rash 64, you don't actually have to get first on every single race. You just have to have like enough money or whatever to get through to the next race, set of races. Silly too, because when I loaded up this game, I was actually excited for it because I really liked the Nintendo 64 Road Rash. So I was actually pretty excited to play this game. I fucking regret that decision. Really, really regret that idea of me actually being excited for it. And I wasn't expecting it to be this long either. That's what's really, like, I'm on 4 hours now. And, like I said, I still have 75 miles left to go. Unless I get first on this race, then I'll have 60 miles to go. Fucking hell, dude. Hey, I wrecked. That's my first time wrecking. And I can't even change, like, the bike either, because I was just going to change back to my 1800 one. Or my 180 speed one. Ouch. Butch, knock it off. I drove into a ton of cars right there. Hey, thanks for the weapon, bro. So I mean, if I finish all the races on first try, starting from now, because I'm at 4 hours, that'll be I don't know, around an hour and a half. So I'd say that the best I can finish is in like 5.5 hours. This game's so goddamn boring too, man. That's why I only did 3 hours yesterday, because this game pissed me off and it's boring as shit. Problem is, I have like a hard time telling where the cars even are. Cause like when you're coming at them on a turn, they just look like they're in fucking both lanes. Oh, hey, some girl, if you're slow down. If you're still here. I looked up Castilian. Looks like that's gonna be a fun one. I'm surprised that's considered like one of the worst Game Boy games, because it doesn't look like it's that horrible. I only watched like a little bit of a guy doing a gameplay. It's funny because he he pretty much like died at the very start of like the very beginning of the game multiple times, and then game overed, and then it just popped up. It's like, okay, thanks for watching, guys, and that was it. It was like a 10-minute video of him game overing Castilian, and it was just like, thanks for watching. It's like, well, thanks for playing. He's literally just memorized the entire video game. Oh, okay, that's fun. I'm just waiting to hit a bump while I'm in the middle of a turn, man. I know it's gonna happen. And like I said, like, the bad thing is there's no indication at all. You just hit a fucking bump. Which is just isn't. It's like I said, the biggest thing, the reason why it pisses me off so much is because the only thing that you can do to avoid flying across the road into an object is to slow down every single time you see a turn. So it's like, oh, I see a turn, you let go of the accelerator, and then you start doing the turn. Every single turn. Just in case there's a bump on that turn. Which is... yeah. now I'll hit a bump on the turn right here because I got a cop next to me. Called it. I fucking called it. Did I not call it? I was like, now here comes a bump with a turn because there's a cop here. Thankfully, I think I got past him just in time though, so yeah, he's not following me anymore. Because if you wreck with a cop on screen, he'll bust you. Like, that's just so silly. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do with that? Like, oh, you're in the middle of a turn? Here's a bump! Oh, look at that. You ran into an object because you couldn't fucking slow down after you landed. Because you don't have brakes. Your whole let go of the accelerator to slow down just doesn't do the trick. Fuck me. God damn it. And this car's gonna run me over. Cause you get, sadly you don't get to control your guy after you wreck. He just runs over to, like, he lines up with his bike and then just runs straight down to it, or straight up to it. I took that turn just a little too sharp and ran right into a fucking car. Good thing is I still don't see anybody behind me yet. But I have a feeling like one more wreck and I'll probably get past. So I have a feeling I'll hit a fucking bump in the middle of the turn, wreck, and then get past. And then this entire fucking drive will be pointless. I think this is what, 15.4? Nope, right there. Hey! That was the finish line, right? Because it looked like it disappeared. There we go. Alright, there's one down. Holy shit. Okay, that's asinine. I had the Diablo 1000, but because I bought the Panda 750, I no longer own the Diablo 1000. What? Well, that's good. That'll teach me. How dare I downgrade my bike? Boom, right off the start. Bump middle of the turn. So after this, I get Jack Nicklaus Golf, which don't know how I feel about that. Cause I've played golf already, and it's okay, but yeah, I think my biggest issue is like when I played golf before, I did really poorly. But I'm like, oh, well, I beat the game, because, like, there's really no start and end. I think that's the big issue I had. It was just kind of, it's one of those games that's kind of just set your own rules type of thing. So I played, did poorly, beat it, I'm like, that's good enough. But you can also get really bad golf games, because I've played really bad golf games, so. As amazing as Jack Nicklaus is, kind of curious how good his golf game is going to be. Because golf was one of my very first games that I did. Ooh! I can't remember what's after Jack Nicklaus Golf though. And here's a yep. And there's a bump while in the middle of a turn, and I can't fucking do anything. Ninja Boy 2. Then after that's another fucking driving game. The best, weirdest golf game on Game Boy's Itchy and Scratchy and Miniature Golf Madness. Yeah, that sounds like it would be, because, it's itchy and scratchy. Thanks, game. So, what happened there is, if you're not going that fast, you unfortunately can't turn, which makes no fucking sense. So I was trying to move over to get away from that car, and that's why my bike was just turned straight to the right but not moving, because I didn't have enough speed, so I couldn't turn away from the car, which makes no fucking sense. My bike's beat the hell back already too. It's as hard as hell, but I really liked it. Oh, awesome. What the hell is a golf platformer? To me, my brain instantly goes to, like, you take a shot. Like, you gotta slowly go through an area while, like, hitting a golf ball. Like, that's how you move. There's just ramps all over the place and shit like that. You just gotta keep slowly golfing your way through the platformed area. Yeah, that's kind of hard to explain. No, fuck you. Bob, get the blob out of my way. with the a little bit of Tiny Tin discussion going on in Discord, I've been looking through my games to see if there's anything that'd be good for the Tiny Tin. I feel like all the games I've played would just be horrible for the Tiny Tin. Especially because Mo likes doing picking games that are kind of easy for blind runners. Because something like the Rescue of Princess Blobbit, I think would actually be a pretty good one, because it's a very, and I hit this tree because it's a fucking bump in the middle of a turn. But I thought like Princess Blobbit would be pretty cool because it's very easy speedrun to learn and super short. Because I was talking to Deer about it in the trampoline next to the boiling pot. I just loaded up the game and tried it. Yeah, it's super easy. On the screen with the boiling pot, all you gotta do is stand as far left as possible without cycling the screen, and then throw your tangerine, and that's the setup right there. So I mean, it is precise, but it's not like it's like difficult where you gotta find like a pixel, and it's just go as far left as possible without moving the screen over, and then throw your tangerine. But I don't think Mo would do it just simply because blind playthrough of that game, as I demonstrated, takes a while, and that was even with me using the one glitch to get down to the elevators. Bubsy 2 should be in. Yeah. If Bubsy is the game I'm thinking of, I hated it, but it wasn't like, it was playable, and there's a speedrun of it. If it's the game I'm thinking of. No, actually, no, I don't think it is. I'm thinking of a different game. What is Bubsy 2? Was Who Framed Roger Rabbit and the one that just happened, or is that like, is Who Framed Roger Rabbit one of the games that Mo wants to do? Because I remember like it was either talked about or was in one, and I had no desire to ever play that game. And then of course I ended up rolling it and had to play it. Which that game, I don't know why Mo would want that in, because Blind, I think that's just a horrible game, Blind. And I think it's just a horrible game in general. I actually, whenever I load up my stream, or whenever I go to like my Twitch, like when I just type in like TW, and then the first thing that pops up is my name, my channel. Whenever I go to that, a lot of, I'm always auto-hosting somebody. And CL Chambers, I'm always auto-hosting him a lot. He was actually speedrunning the NES version of, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I'm like, ugh. Because I watched the speedrun before of it, and it's just such a boring game. It's just a ton of walking around talking to people. Very little gameplay, I feel. I don't think it's been in. Okay, then I know it's been talked about before. I was like, dude, please let's not do Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Not gonna get any great games at this point. You never know. So, I mean, that's like the whole fun of doing a console challenge. You might get a... I mean, might not be great by like everybody's standards, but it could be great by my standards, which I'm learning are apparently really fucking high because I hate every game I play. No, that was close. It's just what I need to wreck with the fucking cop coming at me. Awesome. One more down. 3 more to go. $15.3. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I go back through my games and I'm looking at them, just none of them look like they'd be good for Tiny 10. Like I said, especially because how Mo is. I think there's some games that would be cool for Tiny 10 or just learn to speedrun. Like the Titus the Fox game or whatever. I saw somebody did a speedrun of that, and didn't look bad as a speedrun. It was decently short. Because you have the whole like bouncing on the ball mechanic and stuff like that. So he was able to do some pretty interesting things in the game. I think it was like less than like around 20 minutes or something, I think. I mean, well, it's not a great game, but with how long the Tiny 10's been going on, you're gonna have to start scraping the bottom of the barrel eventually. I'm just waiting for the point where they're like, man, we need a puzzle game. Let's do Boxel. Or a puzzle game, and they do Hyper Load Runner, which fucking, I think it was Granin was trying to get Mo to pick Hyper Load Runner for the Tiny 10. Or, they do Pyramids of Ra, or fucking Loops. That will be a Tiny 10 that I do not take part in. Which I haven't done a Tiny 10 in forever, because he keeps putting in games I just have no desire to learn. Mo will never put box on a Tiny 10. Wait, man, just wait. Give him a few more Tiny 10s. It would be boring as hell anyway, since you just memorized the solutions. Absolutely, but it's funny because I know they've talked about putting. I want to say Bengara and somebody else has been trying to get Mo to put Quarth in for the longest time. I don't know why he's so against it, because I know it was in the NES 20 at one point, and I think Quarth is a pretty cool game, unless it's quite different on the Game Boy. What was the puzzle game you recommended? It was weird though, because in the NES 20, the goal for Quarth was so short. Fuck me, should've slowed down. Speaking of which, isn't the NES 20 supposed to be getting announced sometime soon? I remember somebody talking about that in Discord. It was Mangoku Shonen Papawa-kun Ganmaden no Yabo. It was announced today. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was today. You know, actually, a decent puzzle game. Fuck you, I couldn't turn because I'm going too slow. Thanks, game. Now that I think about it, a decent puzzle game that Mo might be interested in is Ishido, The Way of the Stones. But the problem with that is, like, if you fail, you get set back quite a bit. So it'd be a very long puzzle game. So I doubt he would actually choose it. Because unlike something like Yoshi's Koki, where you got stages, and if you fail the stage, you can just redo the stage, and it doesn't take that long to do a stage. Ishido, The Way of the Stones, it takes a decent bit of time to place all the stones, and if you fuck up, then you gotta redo everything. I mean, blind play, not really understanding how the game worked. You helped me out a lot with that, though, and it took me like 2 hours or something, so. It took me, I think, what, like 3 attempts to get it? It's definitely a cool puzzle game. I actually really enjoyed Ishido. Alright, so I need to watch the NES 20 announcement after this. I probably won't enter it either. It sucked because, like, that's how I got into the Tiny 10, and that's one of the things that kind of hooked me into Game Boy speedrunning was the NES 20 and the Tiny 10. But here recently, every single time they announce something, it's just like a bunch of crap. So the NES 20 I haven't been a part of in a while. The Tiny 10 I haven't been a part of in a while. Because I think it was last NES 20 they had it was like a horror game where you control like 3 characters and you just gotta walk around like a mansion. I think that actually mansion might have been in the name of the game. And I was like, this doesn't look fun at all. That's usually what does it. Is like there's usually like a couple games that I have no interest in learning at all, so I just don't even bother. Maniac Mansion, yeah. Yeah, right? It looked fucking awful. Well, apparently, like, you know, it was a, like a Commodore 64 game or some shit like that. Like, it was an older game, and then got, like, a Nintendo port. But the thing is, like, a game like that, I think, works on an older system, because you don't really have a whole lot. But on a Nintendo, like, that's just such a poor game, in my opinion. So I saw that, and I was like, dude, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this game. Because most of, yeah, like, as a speedrun, like you said, most of it would be, how quickly you can get the options done. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how quickly you can tell this character to move there. How quickly you can get him to, like, pick up the key and shit like that. There's very little gameplay. Which seems, like, really awkward to be like, yeah. That's what the same issue I had with, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I feel like there's very little gameplay there. It's like, why even bother playing it then? Like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I feel like, had very little gameplay, but I still feel had more gameplay than Maniac Mansion. See ya, Chip. Oh, bitch! Yeah, it did have some pretty good music. What did that originally release on? I want to say it was something like Commodore 64. It was one of those, like, older gaming consoles, or, like, you know, the first edition home computers like the Commodore 64 and whatnot. The Big 20 is mostly good games this time, since it's best of the previous. Oh, they're doing that? Interesting. Ooh, I'm actually really excited for the NES 20 then. Honestly, I can't wait for Tiny 10 11. That's the one I'm really looking forward to, because we've talked about it multiple times, and the current game plan is to do a straw poll and pick a game from each Tiny 10. So Tiny 10 11 is just going to be a game from each Tiny 10. Which I'm sure Mo will love that, because he won't have to really put a whole lot of effort into finding and picking games. He just like, okay, here's a fucking straw poll, you guys pick the games. Bat Gun! Some Girl. As much as I love that game, I have a feeling it's not going to get picked. Because what else was in that Tiny 10? There was Bat Gun, Pokemon Puzzle League, or whatever the fuck that game was. The car game. What's that car game called? Made by Jaleco. Fuck. I'm not even gonna remember anything about it. I'm just trying to remember all the games for that Tiny 10. Banishing Racer, there you go, yeah. Started off with Banishing Racer. It was funny too, because everybody was freaking out the entire Tiny 10 because you were AFK like the entire time. I think you went AFK for like 2 hours on Banishing Racer. Oh my god! They had Miracle Adventures of E-Sparks. Well, that's my vote right there. I love E-Sparks. I think it's an excellent fucking game, casually and as a speedrun. So, that's already got my vote. So yeah, I wouldn't even vote for Batgun. It was like an hour, but yeah, it was funny though, because both the Tiny 10s I've been a part of, I went back and actually watched the stream so I could listen to the commentary as well. And it was funny how many times they brought up your name. They're like, and some girl is still sitting on Banishing Racer. Ultraman Ball was good, but I sucked at it, so Ultraman Ball would not be getting my vote, that's for certain. Something came up like right as I got to the last boss of Banishing Racer. Hey, what's up, Legs? Thanks for the host. How you doing, man? Are you taking part in the KDL tournament? I know it's been talked about. I'm not. Hey, another race down. I don't know if you're actually in it. Running, some Cave Noir. You signed up early on? Okay. Alright, here we go. 3 more races to go. The race I got 3rd, 6th. Oh no! 2 races to go. 2 fucking races left. I got 2 races left. 2 races. Alright, 15.7 miles. Sorry, running some Cave Noir. Nope, nope. You can't take it back, Legs. I already screen capped it and made fun of you about it. You are running, Cave Noir. Gonna go make soup. Ooh, some soup. I've never played Cave Noir. I know it's a very popular speedrun now. Every single fucking time, man. Start off and there's that bump. Running. When life gets you down, and you run. It's not I thought it was a popular speedrun. Are you sure? I'd say it's very popular, yeah, because that's like, I've never heard of Cave Noir outside of speedrunning, and I hear about it a decent bit in speedrunning. A few others just never shut up about it. Eh. Oh my fucking god. There's our Petricide. There's also, what is the other game I'm thinking of? There's another popular indie game that's speedrunning. It might actually be Cave Noir. I want to say TBH, or whatever his name is. It also does Lad X. He had the world record in this game. Not like a more recent one, because I know he does have a world record in a more recent indie game, but it was like an older indie game. Might actually be a Cave Noir. I don't think it was it? Deltarune, I don't even know what that is. Undertale, there it is. Thank you, Petricide. Yeah, Undertale. That's another popular game that I've heard. I've only ever heard of because of speedrunning. You know, it's funny because I was actually just watching... I was on YouTube. Oh, is it? Okay, yeah, I've never even heard of it. I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never... That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Cave Story. That's probably what I'm thinking of. I'll have to check out Cave Noir then. Hey, big surprise. I'm looking like an idiot. It's funny though because I'm talking about like indie games and everything, and Save Story is much more popular. Running and Save Story. But I was just watching a YouTube video of like speedrunners who cheated and got caught, and Super Meat Boy was on that list, so I thought it was pretty funny. Over here talking about like popular indie PC games, even though I apparently have no idea what Cave Noir is. But yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of, this Cave Story. Slow down! Fuck me. Oh well, it's only 4.9 miles in. It was funny as hell watching that YouTube video though, like... Because I just don't understand why people cheat. but on top of not understanding why people cheat, it was just funny because the Super Meat Boy one, the guy had the world record for like a year, and it took him that long to notice. And then I just always love the reasoning that people give, because of course TSA was on the list, and then like the Super Meat Boy guy, like the reasoning he gave was very similar to TSA's reasoning. Like, I just got sick and tired of not PBing, this excuse, and it's like, it was just so funny. Did I just jump over that fucking car? Yeah, I don't get it. It's not like we make money from getting first place on a speedrun. It's not like we have sponsors pop out of the woodwork, like, holy shit, you got first and enter random game name here. Would you like to sign $1 million contract deal with us? That doesn't happen. Like, what the hell's the point in cheating? The whole point of speedrunning is to, just breathe life into an older video game. Unless you're ZFG. Well, like, if you're referring to him making money off of it, I mean, he makes it because he streams, that type of thing. And you can't really stream yourself cheating. I mean, I guess you could. That would be interesting. I'm actually really excited to watch somebody do that sometime. Just stream themselves splicing runs together. Like, okay, guys, I need you to not tell anybody about this. I don't know if I was or not. I never really paid attention to speedrunning drama. I remember just randomly hearing about it though. And I just kind of sat there and laughed. I'm like, well. And I didn't know Grey Goose, the 007 speedrunner, I didn't know he cheated. But he actually did like an interview for the video. And it's just, I don't know, it's so funny. But the best thing though about the video is the guy, the infamous AGDQ or SGDQ moment where the guy's like, I would prefer that you just don't talk. The guy that he says that to, like, he was in the list too because he was doing 1,000 Year Door, and he spliced a run together, and somebody called him out on it. And it was just funny though because the guy that made the video is like, but he made a mistake and he recognized it and owned up to it. I was like, really? That's what we're gonna go with? He made a mistake? I feel like mistakes are something like kind of happen by accident, like you trip into it, like that's a mistake. Cheating, I feel like it's a conscious decision. I don't feel like that's a mistake, so it's weird to me. White Goose, there it is, yeah, or White Goose, yeah, hey Deku. So it's just weird to me that like, he's like, yeah, he realized he made a mistake and he owned up to it, he apologized. I'm like, I would have used different words, but yeah, our White Goose, he did an interview, and it was, yeah, Grey Goose is a brand of vodka, yeah. Which is weird that I said that, because I don't drink. When I did drink, I guess I did drink Grey Goose, though, so maybe that's why. I live in the old days. I remember his name was Goose, so I guess my brain just put two and two together. But, yeah, he said he did it because, this is, like, way back when, and, this was with the 007 shit. He's like, nobody really seemed to be taking it too seriously. Everybody just kind of like, whatever about it. So, he said he like cheated, made one run, and then he's like, fuck it, let's just keep making more. And he went full ham with it and just made a bunch, and then they eventually caught on. But he actually said that he was kind of happy he did it in a way because it made people a lot more dedicated to it and stuff like that. I was like, well, I mean, that's one way. But the video is interesting though, because at the end of it, he said he actually cheated. Like I'm gonna put together a spliced run and submit it to Ocarina of Time and see if it gets accepted. So he did one and it got declined. So he did another and it actually got accepted. So he was like ranked 10th on the leaderboards of Ocarina of Time, and then he shows himself deleting his run. And he's like, yeah, there's probably a bunch of runs out there that are cheated and nobody knows about. And then I sat there and I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. People are gonna start looking into my runs. So I was really worried. I was like, this guy's giving away my whole fucking scheme. It's like, how do you think I get all these world records, guys? Keep it quiet. I have no idea how to edit videos at all, but I edit videos and splice them together. That's how I get world records. No, it's weird to me that people like do cheat. In general, like even like online video games and stuff, I don't get it, because it takes all the fun out of it, right? Like if you have like a program like playing the game for you, or if like you're just doing a bunch of runs and then splicing them together, it just seems like it defeats the entire purpose. Hey, one more race. I was watching the signature forgery thing and they had that exact same reasoning. Oh damn, we're making money of this, better make a million. Yeah, it's... Hey! Okay, maybe I don't have to get first, I just get the top 3. And that's game. I remember reading, like, they said it just, like, recycles back to the, 15-mile races again. So I didn't have to get first, I just had to get top 3. 4.5 hours, dude. Ugh. Okay, so I do want to load this up. I want you guys to listen to the amazing sound effects. Tell me if this is not gorgeous. So you can stop the music. If you hit A or B, you can stop the music. Now I'm going to load this up. I want you guys to listen to the sound effects. And tell me if this is not like the greatest shit you've ever heard in your life. Because you don't get the bike sound effects with the music playing. I just want to get to max speed so you guys can hear this. Now imagine driving at max speed the entire fucking time in a race with this noise. Yeah, you guys like that? Imagine driving 20 straight minutes with that fucking sound.